Let's start the show.
Whiskey flows like a river wide. Martelle, Mike, and Randy by my side. Buckhorn tails wild as the night. Pour another glass of the tape.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Martelle, and with me always is Mike in the Utahs. Randy's not here. I don't know, he got something like family. I don't know what family is. It's like family something. I don't know. I don't understand what family is. Like, because I don't.
It sounded like his day just snowballed.
Yeah, I don't have extended family. I only have Liz and the girls and my sister. So yeah, I don't know what this family shit is.
So, right. Well, yeah, it's like us here. We're at.
Ooh, I think this went bad.
It might have.
Yeah. It's funky. It's so.
But not.
No, it's almost like it's a sour. Barrel.
Which one is?
So this is the level 13 barrel aged Belgian style super duper ale. It's like mapley and sour.
Yeah, it might have gone bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something else. Hold on a second.
Yep, you're fine.
Let's get rid of that. Woo, good podcasting. All right, let's go and try and true. Okay, going with the tried and true. Rhinegeist Ink. Because I know it's good. What are you watching? The Bills?
Nothing. Nope.
Porn?
No. Melissa's home.
Oh, because that's not allowed in Utah either. It's really not allowed in Texas.
I was about to say, we had Drunk Mel 2028 last night.
Oh,
or yesterday.
shit. You should have called. I would have recorded. All right, let's...
Yep, we went to Oktoberfest yesterday, so...
Oh, that's better. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhinegeist Ink Imperial Stout. Now, I don't know when this one was bottled, but it's Cincy made. And I'm looking see if they dated it at all, just to have an idea.
Might be on the bottom.
And nothing on the bottom.
All right.
It's at least 3 years old.
More than that, it's probably closer to 5 or 6.
Well, so it's surprisingly it surprisingly stood up to, I think.
That's the nice thing about stouts. So
yeah, it's lost a little bit of its
oomph.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep it mellow. We went to Oktoberfest yesterday. We met a friend of Melissa's who is in the process of moving to Utah.
Does she work? Is it the one that works with Melissa?
Yeah, she works at WGU also.
Yeah.
Different school, but she and her partner were up here looking at places to live, and they're signing a lease on a rental for the next year while they make bigger decisions. And so we took them up to Snowbird, which is a ski resort here, who has an Oktoberfest.
Nice.
During the weekend, starting end of August through end of September. And they just do a really good job. You know, you walk in, there's like vendors and stuff, T-shirts and tchotch and whatnot, and then like really good food and really decent beers. And so you can buy Steins. And they have three sizes of beer mugs: a 16 ounce, a 25 ounce, and a liter.
And they allow this in Utah?
Yeah, and regardless of what year you bought it, if you bring it back, you get like the discounted refills. So you have So, I bought my 25 ouncer because I figure a liter will get too warm by the time I get to the end of it. Because it was 90 something yesterday, but at the top of the mountain it was in the 60s.
Ooh, that's too cold for me. It's been in the 70s here, and it's been not. It's no, I don't like it.
So, yeah, I was about to say when we got there, I think it was 88, but when we went to the top of the mountain, it was 58.
Oh, no, that's no, I can't do that. That's winter clothes.
So I had my first beer at 11,000 feet yesterday.
That's a snowsuit.
Yeah,
That's my Carhartt overalls.
I did buy a new zip up hoodie while I was there.
I bet.
But yeah, we had a blast. Melissa started off with an Oktoberfest, and then she found a place that was doing like pink lemonade slushies, and so yeah, she was in Drunk Mel 2028 form at one point yesterday.
Awesome.
Like it hits her fast, but she recovers fast too.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, the pictures you sent look cool as shit. So
like it's surreal. Like, I mean, most of the places I've lived are flatland. So literally I'll walk out of a Walmart and be like, oh yeah, there's a fucking beautiful mountain right there.
There's some mountains. That's
We
cool.
went to the dog park the other day and just like mountains in the background. And there's no fucking mosquitoes here.
Yeah, what's that like?
Yeah, that's amazing because I'm a buffet for mosquitoes.
Yeah, I killed one the other day that exploded with blood everywhere.
Ugh.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I probably got the HIV now.
Yeah, like you got the high five. The like dusk in outdoors and me just don't get along, but we're at the dog park and I'm just like, this is the first time I'm enjoying this this time of night in years without like smelling like DEET.
Yeah, I don't mind the smell of DEET because it keeps all that shit away from me. But well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself out there while we're all sitting here in Ohio, miserable, suffering.
And then this morning we got up early. I had a football draft, and then after that we went to a Chinese market place, which was baller. I got some like crazy fucking Red Bulls I've never seen before.
Oh yeah, they have Chinese Red Bulls.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Well, I ended up switching from the Rhinegeist to whiskey. Yeah, the Rhinegeist isn't doing it for me. What the fuck is that? I can't even read that.
Yeah, no, you can't because it's not in English.
It's in CCP.
Yeah, it looks like pineapple citrus.
Okay.
And then I have no idea what this is.
Oh, that's probably got like 14 times the caffeine that's needed, and it's a 5-hour energy.
Yeah, I was about to say it says 360 Energy Pro.
Yeah.
Red Bull flavored drink, and it just says
flavored, so it's knockoff.
Yeah, it just says I am energy.
Yeah, that's not a 5-hour energy. I take it back. That's a 5-day energy. You ain't going to sleep.
Like I feel like I'm going to drink this on my day off, just so if I am awake for 48 hours, I don't have to try and go to work.
Right. Jesus, that'd be scary as shit. There's probably fentanyl in that.
Sure. They had bamboo grape Pepsi.
Ew. That doesn't sound. I don't like Pepsi anyway. That doesn't sound good.
Like just Melissa took a video to send to our kids because they're totally into that shit, and it was just like 22 feet of drinks that I have never fucking heard of before.
Jesus. And they all got tracking devices in them.
Yeah, or
nanobots. Yeah. They got Wuhan nanobots.
Yeah, it was bananas. Like we spent like 45 minutes in there.
That's fucking awesome. I would go there. That's cool.
It's like Saraga, but more focused on like East Asian.
Yeah. I was up at the tattoo parlor tattoo studio doing some video on Saturday, and the woman getting a tattoo, she's getting the Great Wall of China done as a sleeve.
That's kind of sweet.
So it looks really cool. I'll have the video done probably sometime later this week. Hopefully, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. I've got about 5 or 6 videos I need to get done. But she works for the U.S. government as a liaison to China. Speaks fluent Mandarin. Is over there all the time. So she's just like, it just made sense that I get the Great Wall of China.
That's cool.
But it was cool. So her and I were kind of chatting it up, and we both completely disagree with the CCP, even though that she's a U.S. liaison, and how everybody's treated over there and all. But we were talking about like the Chinese economy is failing, it's crumbling, and they're just grasping at straws basically now.
Well, yeah, they have the big meeting right now that's going on with Putin and what's his face from India and North Korea, and I'm like, that's an axis of power I'm not fond of.
Yeah, it's just not going well for them, and they know it, and they also have too many guys.
I was about to say they're finally running into the problem of like, oh yeah, that whole like
too many dicks and not enough chicks.
Yeah, we don't like girl childs.
Yeah,
it's kind of catching up right now.
Yeah, how'd that work for you, dumb fucks?
Yeah.
So we were talking about.
We got a great army, but not in 10 years.
Yeah, they won't have an army. If there's a really good chance, because of just like their beliefs, that in 25 years to 40 years, like Chinese people won't exist. Because they don't believe in dating outside of their race, like outside of their race and their ethnic and their religion. So, because I dated a Chinese girl when I first moved to Columbus, and her parents fucking hated me. Like, they called me Guilo, which is
foreigner,
white devil.
Yeah.
Which it's pretty accurate.
There are about 25 more males than females in total population in China.
Yeah. They just lifted about 5 to 7 years ago. I think they lifted the one child rule, and now they're increasing it to a 3-child rule because their population is dwindling. But that was some of the shit that her and I were talking about, and then so it was cool. But she lives in DC and flies out here to get her tattoo work done.
That's clearly a sign of a good tattoo artist.
Right. And he's got speaking of that, so I got a bunch of videos I'm working on for them that I need to get moving on. And he's got a guest artist coming in October, which is going to be really cool. So I figure I'll be up there both days while that guy's there, kind of doing video and stuff so we'll do that. And I mentioned it earlier. You walked away. I switched to Penelope. I'm onto the whiskey.
Yeah, that's what you said. I heard.
Yeah. So this one's good. The Rhinegeist isn't
doing it for you.
No, it's not hitting those buttons.
No, so the last couple of times I've tried to drink bourbon, it's been the same thing. It's just like, I think I want it, and then I start sipping it, and I'm like, God damn it, this is not doing it for me.
Yeah, I've had those nights. I usually switch the bourbon. So, to something else.
And then, so I've picked up, a couple beers here and there, but the only ones you can get in grocery stores are 5%.
Right.
Which is, they taste like beer, but it's like when your iced tea's been sitting too long and the ice has melted a little bit.
They taste a little watered down.
It still tastes like iced tea, but it's not quite iced tea.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the other day we were doing some running around and we were up by our house, which I'll update you on in a second. And I was like, I need to run into the liquor store. She was like, why? I was like, I need not 5% beer.
Yeah, like that.
I need to get something that isn't. I need something stronger.
That's your
plain and
downfall
simple.
of being out there. Like that's your kryptonite. It's not having any like a 7 or an 8 or a fucking
easily available.
Yeah.
Like I can't just run into the supermarket and pick up, like Rhinegeist Truth or like anything like that.
Yeah.
And so
sucks.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird compromise, I guess. Like there are some things that I really like, but it's like a giant pain in the ass to get something that isn't a lawnmower beer.
Right.
And when you go into the liquor store, the other thing that's weird is that everything is priced individually.
So you have to buy a can at a time?
No, you can. You can buy a 6-pack, but it doesn't give you the 6-pack price. It just gives you the can price or the bottle price.
Times 6.
So you'd be like, so you go in and you're like, oh yeah, that's $1.54, mathing. All right, it's $10. All right,
that's
great.
Way too much. That's too much work.
Right, but it's so. I was like, all right, this is also great because anything's a single. So I went in and I bought 5 different beers.
Hi, Mel.
I'm like, we're gonna try all the things.
She walked behind
you. Says hi. She'll be out in a minute to say hi back.
Okay.
And so that's when I went in and I was like, oh, let me go see what bourbons they have. All right, cool. They have the Angel's Envy Rye. They do have the Penelope Toast, and they had a bunch of it,
which is funny.
So I'm not worried about going back in to not get it.
Right. Well, it should be. I mean, the toasted should be readily available. Should be readily available. It's not like an allocated piece. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, the rye. I mean, we checked it here at OHLQ and it wasn't showing up on the website. But I walked into Kroger and there was a shitload of it there.
That's weird.
Hi, Drunk Mel 2028.
That was yesterday.
That doesn't mean it can't be today.
Well,
still early.
I got stuff I got to do first.
Yeah, so now that she's back in office, she's been bringing in Trader Joe's like treats. And they've been such a hit that she's now been told to continue to bring them in and just expense it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
she was like, she's awesome. Like, no, you just keep bringing this stuff in and expense it. Are you? Yeah, no, we're serious.
Do you want me to just put in? Do you want me to have it delivered too?
Yeah, right. So she's like, so I got to make a Trader Joe's run today because we need groceries and I need to
get stuff from work.
I need to resupply work. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. I'll take that.
That works. So how does that work with Mel going? Because obviously you get an employee discount. Does she have a card that she presents, or do they just?
Nope, love you.
See ya. No, she just says, "Hey, Mike."
See ya, Mel.
She just says, "Hey, my husband works for Trader Joe's," and they ask like, "Oh, which one does he work at?" And she'll tell them. And
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, my boyfriend works for Trader Joe's. Well, which one does he work at? One in Utah. It's Mike. It's Mike.
It's Mike. Yeah.
It's Mike. He's a boy and he's my friend.
Ruby, shush.
Ruby's like, Mom, don't leave. Don't leave.
No. Somebody had the audacity to get out of a car on the other side of the street.
Yeah, she's not used to that yet.
No.
So I bought a MacBook yesterday.
Did you?
It'll be here on Wednesday.
To $2,700.
$2,700?
Yeah.
After tax, yes.
Okay.
So I ended up with. So I kind of weighed my options. And this is thrilling for everybody listening. So the issue is my Windows machine is not able to process the raw files from my camera with Lightroom. And it's an Adobe problem.
Right.
I fucking hate Adobe. I hate Adobe with every essence of my being. I have to deal with them at work. I have to deal with them with photography shit. And I don't have to deal with them with photography stuff. The problem is it's learning a new software.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. I've been using Photoshop and Lightroom and Adobe products for every bit of 20 plus years. I know it. Like but I hate subscription model stuff.
It's second nature, and to switch over to something and to relearn everything like kills your time ratios.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna have to. I think at some point I'm gonna have to do it. I don't want to continue to pay. Like I'll probably pay again for the subscription model this year for Lightroom and Photoshop. I don't pay for
anything else.
Yeah, and then be on the hunt for like use DxO or Capture One or something else that can do all the stuff that I need to do, and whatever that learning curve is, do it. But so I bought a Mac, and I was weighing between a Mac Studio, so the desktop version, with the 36 gigs of RAM and a terabyte hard drive, and it was going to be $1,800 for that not out the door, but after tax, it's going to be whatever. Or getting a 14-inch version or a 16-inch version. So I kind of went back and forth. I wanted to have at least 48 gigs of RAM, or at minimum, like for me, that's what I need. Like 18, not enough. 16, 36, not really enough. 48,
works.
That's where I need to be. And with the way that, because the software is made for the hardware or vice versa, Mac does do a much better job at processing, where Windows is a hodgepodge of here's hardware and here's the software, and
let's hope they work.
Fingers crossed things are going to work. But that's one of the things. So like my gaming laptop now, it does a really good job. It's just getting very laggy with the Adobe stuff. And it's because of the subscription model, and Adobe's continuously updating things. And they're updating it for the latest hardware available. So my machine's 6 years old, I think.
So yeah, it's
and it's starting to fall behind. Yeah, it's starting to fall behind. So it's bullshit. I hate it. So I weighed out my options. I ended up like, okay, I'm getting a laptop. I'm just gonna go back and get a laptop. That way I have it when I travel. I really wanted a 16-inch. But I went with a 14-inch. Solely based on price. So the 16-inch was going to be about $3,100, I think, about $3,000 when it was all said and done. The 14-inch was $2,800. It's a terabyte hard drive, and you can't change the configuration. Like, that was the other thing. I was talking to Mo. And he's like, get rid of the terabyte hard drive, get the 512, do everything off of, portable hard drives. And I'm like, well, I do that now, but I can't change the configuration. The configuration is a minimum of a terabyte hard drive, 48 gigs of RAM, and the M4 Pro, I think it was the 16. There's like a 12, a 14, a 16, a 20, and a 30 or some shit like that. But it was like run it like right down the middle. I found Micro Center had it for $2,500, so $300 off what was already on sale at $2,800 from $3,200. And I walked into Best Buy. I went to talk. I stopped in earlier yesterday, talked to a guy, went back in. He's like, "Hey, you're back." I'm like, "Yep." I told you I'd probably pull the trigger today. And he's like, "Well, I'm busy. Let me get my manager to help you." So the manager helps me, and I'm like, "Can you price match this from Micro Center?" And he goes, let me talk with the store manager. He goes, because we don't price match Micro Center because they purposely undercut Apple to get product or to get sales. And I said, let's just save us both a bunch of time. if you don't price match it, I'm going to drive to fucking Cleveland to buy this thing. I said, it's only a 2-hour drive away. It was like Sharon Heights or something. It's like outside of Cleveland. It's 2 hours away. I'm like, I'll just drive up there and get it. And he's like, I'll be right back. He comes back. He's like, yeah, we'll do it. Absolutely, we'll do it. I'm like, cool. So put $500, down, and then put the rest on my Best Buy card. It'll be here Wednesday, and then I'm back on a Mac again.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to it. It was I when I had my MacBook Pro previously, it worked really well. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I get that why people don't like Macs. Like, Mac users are pretentious assholes for the most part. The same thing with iPhone users. And, well, hey, that's me. Hold on. Never mind.
All right.
But no, that like dedicated Mac users come off as like pretentious pricks. And I get it. Like, I was not a Mac user for a while, and I was always had an Android phone, always had an iPhone, but it's because the software is tailored to the hardware, it just works
better.
Like, you don't have to worry about, like, oh, is this piece of software going to work because, there's 1,800 different Windows machines, and they had to, like, do a generic version of this, whereas with Mac, it's the same thing every time. And they seem to last forever. That's the other thing. Like, they seem like, when I was talking to Mo, he's like, I've had my Mac Studio for 8 years or 10 years or whatever it was, or it was a laptop. He just bought a new laptop for travel, and he'd had like a previous laptop for like 10 years, and it just now started getting laggy with software. So I'm like, well, fuck, all right. I didn't want to spend the money, but I couldn't pass up the $2,500 and the 18-month no interest, same as cash shit.
Yeah, that's great.
So, hate me if you want. I don't care. Not you. Everybody else listening. Eat shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to talk about this Penelope Toasted.
Okay.
So, I bought this on a whim. It is a 4-year-old toasted bourbon whiskey from Penelope, and Penelope does great stuff. So Penelope, I believe, is Lux Row. I've had their Architect series, which is really good. I've had something else from them. I think I've had their Cask Strength, like a version of their Cask Strength that was really good. So I went in to buy. It was I did a charity workout, shot a charity workout, and was up in Pickerington. Was like, well, I'm right here by Kroger. I'll just run into Kroger real quick and get a bottle of double oaked Woodford. I'm like, that's what I want. I haven't had it in a while. I'll get a bottle of that. This, I hadn't seen this before, so I picked it up, and they were the same price. So this is, like I said, it's a 4-year-old. It's a Char 5 toasted, and it's 100 proof. It is such an easy drinker that I've already drank half the bottle.
Nice.
Like, I opened it the day I got it. I wasn't waiting for anybody to try this. I was like, I opened it the day I got it, and it does say that it says the toast on it. Like, so it says char, toast, and proof, like across the bottom of the label. The word heavy on the toast looks like honey.
Yeah, a little bit.
So Liz was like, well, I want to try that. It says honey on it. And I'm like, honey? She's like, yeah, on the bottom of the label. I'm like, oh, no, that's it's heavy. It's got a heavy toast. So, like, right off the bat, I had the first pour I had of this when we started, or after I switched from the Rhinegeist, with an ice ball in it, I hate pink bubble gum.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't it was like 1980s pink bubble gum, it was like Big League Chew.
Okay.
Not like a stick of this shit coming out of like a baseball card. But it was like 1980s Big League Chew. It was good. But even on the nose, it still has that Big League Chew like nose, but it's not overly sweet. It's got more of a. It has that toasted barrel.
Like vanilla-y.
Yeah, like the vanillas and the caramels come out. You don't get any of that pink bubblegum or Big League Chew like on the tongue with the mouth experience. It's straight, like kind of a, well, hold on. It is your classic bourbon notes. You get vanilla, you get that toasted oak. It finishes with almost like a very, it's weird, a wet, tannic feeling. So you know how you have like a super dry wine and it just sucks all the moisture out of your mouth? It's almost like that, except, and like I said, it's weird. It's that dry. You get that dryness on the tannic, but it just continues. Like it's like a moist tannic. That's all. That's the best way I can describe it, because it's not. It doesn't feel like it dries your mouth out, but it has that feeling. But it's got all your classic like vanillas and caramels, but it's weird. It's like pink bubblegum, vanilla, caramel, a little bit of brown sugar, tannicky, but not mouth drying outness. That we'll go with that.
Nice.
It's good. It's really good. So I would say go back to that liquor store and pick up a bottle. Although they may charge you by the milliliter. So
yeah, right. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is only 99 cents. No, it's 99 cents a pound. God damn it.
It's
well, I'm already at the register. I guess I'll buy it.
yeah, but it's good. It's part of their toasted series. So it's it's definitely one to pick up. And then just recently, I sent it to you and Randy. I just happened to run into Giant Eagle down here in Lancaster. They had 2 cases of Blanton's, which, whatever, didn't bother buying a bottle. He had like 4 or 5 bottles of E.H. Taylor small batch. And then he put out the guy, it wasn't the normal guy there. His name's Brian. This guy's, I can't remember what this guy's name was. I picked up a bottle of Booker's, and Booker's isn't allocated in Ohio. So you can buy as many as you want, no questions asked. And so I grabbed a bottle of Booker's, and I grabbed the bottle of E.H. Taylor, and I go up, and the guy goes, hey, he goes, how is that Booker's? I'm like, well, it's really good. Like, it changes quarterly, though. Like, keep that in mind, that it's the same mash bill every time, but quarterly, it is different. It is different in the age of what's in the bottle. It's different in its proof. It's different in its flavor. It changes radically quarterly. I said, so I would buy a bottle and try it. He goes, hey, I appreciate that. He goes, I might just do that. He goes, do you want more than one bottle? He goes, I've got 3 more cases back there. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need, I got a bottle. Like, yeah, I buy 1 a quarter. I'm good. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 bottles of Booker's sitting back there, plus 1 little book. So, yeah, I think I'm good.
Good for the moment.
Yeah, and I finished off a bottle. Like I didn't bottle kill it, but I finished off a bottle of Booker's just recently that I think I'm going to turn into a Booker's Infinity bottle.
Nice.
So all the Booker's that I have left, every time I open one, I'm going to take about 2 ounces out of it and pour it into another Booker's bottle. And then just create this Booker's Infinity bottle with 2 ounces out of every bottle that I can always get my hands on.
Hell yes.
So that'll be an interesting experiment to try to keep running and see how that goes, provided that I can continue to get. Because for whatever reason, this is the first time or second time that Lancaster's gotten Booker's in the past 2.5 years or 3 years that I've seen it. I always have to drive like over to Groveport or up to Columbus or someplace else to get Booker's. And it's probably one of my favorites. Like I've had bottles that are better than others, but I've never had a bad bottle of Booker's. So if I can keep that up, that'll be a pretty good little experiment to mess around with. You should see if you can get Booker's out there.
Yeah, I didn't look. I wonder if it's allocated here.
That'd be interesting. I'm interested to see what you can get versus what we get with how I don't want to say possessive, how controlling Utah is with alcohol. I mean, you're going to get the basic stuff. I mean, there's no way that they can't keep everything out. So you're going to get like all the basic shit. But what about like how readily available is Buffalo Trace, or how readily available is Blanton's or E.H. Taylor, or a product from Buffalo Trace that is a normal product, not like an Elmer T. Lee or
Right.
Weller Green, where what's the availability in that, or red. So it's more out of curiosity than anything else. Like, is it available? How readily available is it? Because it's like Derek always has Eagle Rare. Like, there's one store he goes to, and he always has Eagle Rare out in Oregon. Mike went full serious mode.
Yeah, sorry. I want to sign into the allocated. See if there's anything allocated coming right now.
So they actually have an allocated section?
Mm-hmm.
Where they tell you what's coming?
Well, you have to sign in.
That's fine.
You
Take note, HLQ.
Yeah, you have to register to win high demand products.
Well, that's no different than the Ohio lottery system.
Yeah.
The bottle lottery system.
So their last drawings that they have listed was for Old Forester birthday, Pappy Van Winkle and an Antique Collection 2024, and a Pappy Van Winkle and Sazerac Antique Collection 2025. So that was Eagle Rare 17-year, George T. Stagg, Pappy Van Winkle 10, Pappy Van Winkle 15, Pappy 20, Pappy 23.
Damn.
Pappy 12, William Allure Weller.
So that sounds almost like BTAC, getting into BTAC stuff.
Thomas Handy and Sazerac Rye 18-year.
Yeah, that's all BTAC stuff. That's the antique collection shit.
The Sazerac Rye, they only had 12 bottles, and they had 4,500 entries, almost 4,600 entries.
They tell you how many bottles?
Uh-huh.
Hey, take note, OHLQ.
Pappy Van Winkle 15-year, 10 bottles, 4,700 entries.
Holy shit. Well, I mean, that's 4,700. That's light.
That really, like in Ohio, that'd be 47,000.
Yeah, that would be because people figured out how to game the system, which is bullshit.
Let's see if I can look up Weller.
See, I want Antique 107. Like, I have a bottle. I like it, but I won't open this bottle until I can get another one. And I'm not paying secondary for it. Like, I think my neighbor has a bottle, and I think he has it up for sale. Or he would sell it to me. But I'm not going to pay $125, $150 for this shit. Like, it's just not happening.
So that, it's under the category special orders. That it's unavailable / limited distribution.
Oh, okay.
For Weller Antique.
Interesting. It's not really. That's the thing, though. Like, Buffalo Trace needs to. Everybody likes 107.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody tolerates Special Reserve. They need to remove Special Reserve from their rotation at the distillery and put 107 in its place.
So Buffalo Trace is a limited distribution.
Oh, just the Buffalo Trace whiskey?
Just plain Buffalo Trace.
See, that's one that I always end up picking up just because, so that I have it sitting around.
Right. I was about to say, that's the reason I have 2 bottles of it.
I've got 1, 2. I got a big bottle. I got one up in the display, and I think I got 2 more under the cabinet.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I have half of a big bottle and a small bottle that we got on the bourbon trip.
Yeah.
Is what I have left.
And then I have minis. So I've got a mini of Makers, a mini of Woodford, a mini of Jim Beam, a mini of Buffalo Trace, a mini of Blanton's Red. And then Sean's trying to give me his mini of Blanton's, which I told him that I wouldn't take it, but I may end up bringing it over here and just putting it on display. Just little airplane bottles. That's all those are. But then I got Basil Hayden, which I'm going to give to my neighbor because I don't like it, and he's a Basil Hayden fan. I will say, get a hold of Dude and order 1 or 2 bottles of that Maker's Mark Espresso.
Yep, I did get a hold of them. I just have to get my shit together and get a shipping box and everything and a UPS label.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because
you said he had a ton left.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up 2 more of those. It's so fucking good. Like, it's ridiculously good.
I want to drink. No. So I got to go to the bourbon closet.
No, you're all good. I almost poured some of the backwash blend, the one that I put together from the Old Forester tasting experience that Dude had.
There we go. This will work.
Last night, and then ended up going with what did I go with last night? Shit. I don't remember what I drank last night. Oh, Elijah Craig, the Elijah Craig barrel pick.
Nice.
Which I like. But if I were going to tell you to get look at you. If I was said, hey, between Elijah Craig and Maker's Mark, get the Maker's Mark.
Yeah, it sounded amazing. So
it's like the Elijah Craig barrel proof is good. It does not mix well with other stuff, including its own barrel proof. Like, if you're switching between one or the other, it doesn't mix well. It just, meaning, like, if you go from, an A924 to the Bourbon Hunters, brown code, it tastes off. But if that's all you're drinking for the evening, it's perfect. Which are A924 and brown code bourbon.
So
Bourbon Hunters are really good.
So I can special order stuff. Rare, high demand, and allocated products cannot be ordered through the special order program. Beers with an ABV below 5.1 or below 5.1 cannot be fulfilled. You have to check the product locator to ensure the product isn't already available in the stores. Barrel orders are subject to pre-approval by the supplier and may not be available to all consumers.
So by the supplier.
So I might be able to order a full barrel of something.
That would be interesting.
And if you special order something, you have to buy the whole case.
That's easy. I would do that. If it was something I wanted, I'd be like, yep, give me the case.
Yep. Well, I'm just...
That's only 6 bottles. So
yeah, like if I had Middle West out here and I just had to order a fucking whole case of Middle West.
Oh, what a shame. And that's only, I mean, that's what? They're 30, we'll call them $30. So 30, 60, 120, $200
tax
for the run of the mill. And let's just call it $600 for cast strength.
Yeah.
Which they're less than, I know they're less than $100 for cast strength, but just round it up and make that math easier. Hell yeah, I would do
Right.
that. I'd do that. And I wouldn't even think about that. Liz would be like, my God. I'm like, here's the thing.
Yeah. Like, I can't get it, so.
I can't get it. And if it's. So that's interesting. I wonder, do they do. Does Utah's liquor control, do they do like a maker's barrel pick? So, like, you know how we have the stave program, we get the staves. Does Utah have their own like stave thing?
I don't know.
Mike, I think I just found you a new job.
Yeah, right?
Working for Utah Liquor Control.
Oh, boy. Things would be different.
Right? I mean, you'd have to do everything else, but shit.
Speaking of makers, like, I have a book, the Bonfire, which was an OHLQ 2023. And, you know, that's the one thing that OHLQ didn't really fuck up.
Well, they can't. That's the thing. Like, that's the best part about, like, OHLQ cannot fuck up a maker's pick. They can't fuck up a bullet pick, and they can't fuck up a Middle West pick. Because it is what it is. Like, Middle West is like, nope, this is what you get. And all of the shit that comes out of Middle West is good. Makers, it's basically predetermined.
Yep.
I mean, this is what you get. And bullet is kind of the same way. They're like, okay, here's
our cast strength. You can have this barrel.
Yeah, you can have this barrel, this barrel, this barrel. They're all good. And if you don't like it, then... So that's... But everything else just is not... Like, everything that OHLQ does is shit. Like, I don't understand why. And I really wish I would have been on the episode when OHLQ was on the Bourbon Hunters. Because they gave me a shout out. They're like, I don't know who this Martelle guy is. They're like, just say hi. He'll love it. Whatever. I would have rather been on the show to just ask them, you know.
But how?
But how do you do so bad at something that is so easy? Like, we've been on, you and I have been on a barrel pick. It wasn't hard.
No.
It wasn't like, it's not rocket science. How do you pick the worst thing on the planet? Because they do it every time.
Still with you. Like, that's the question. Like, what, like, how do the people who go on, like, okay, if you've never tried bourbon before, all right, you're coming with us.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Like, it can't be something where they're just like, yeah, we know what we're talking about. This is going to be great. Okay, this one's really good. This is number 4. This one, I'm not feeling number 2. Number 3's all right. 5's okay. Yeah. 3. Yeah. Give me the worst one. Give me 2.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I thought 4 was the best, but give me 3. Give me the worst fucking barrel.
Oh, this one tastes like nail polish remover.
This tastes like pickle juice and nail polish remover. Give me that one.
I guess that's the worst one. So
that's how we're gonna do it.
I've had pickle juice before, so we're gonna go with that one.
Yeah, this tastes familiar.
Yeah,
tastes like growing up. Tastes like turpentine with mothballs. So let's take this one. This reminds me of my childhood.
We got 6 barrels to pick from. Cool. I have one set of die that I brought.
I brought a 20 side die, and it only has one number on it.
Yeah.
It's got 2 numbers on it, but 19 of the numbers are the same.
I want your last 5 barrel picks. The last 5 groups that did a barrel pick, I want their last choice.
Give me their rejects.
Give me the last choice from those 5, and I'll pick from one of those.
God, all right. You know what? I'm gonna look into Utah's liquor control agency and see if they have any job openings for liquor connoisseur. Just something. Maybe I can just start hodgepodging a bunch of jobs together. That'd be fun.
We are proudly Utah.
This still, though, look at that. God damn it.
It's a pretty color.
It is a beautiful toasted amber. So, we're at 50 minutes. I still have to edit this show to put it out tomorrow.
Cool.
We can end this, or we can just keep
I still have a little booze left.
Keep chitter chatting. I may go on a whiskey walk tonight too.
I was telling Melissa about that. I was like, I can't wait to. Oh yeah, speaking of the house, I can't wait to do that in my new neighborhood. So
tell us about the house. So you're building.
We went last week, and they had the drywall put in.
Okay.
So I could no longer walk from the closet to the hallway to the next bedroom.
Yeah, so you can start seeing things actually forming instead of trying to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're like, oh, I think we do have more room in the basement than we thought, but whatever. And so we went. We'll start with the mail. So we had all of our mail forwarded, and when we were talking to the U.S. Post Service, they're like, look, if you're planning on buying this house, that's great. You can just forward your mail to that address.
Okay.
And because it's not built yet, we'll just hold it at the post office here in South Jordan, and you can come in like once a week and pick it up. So after we had been here for a couple of weeks, Melissa goes to the post office, and they're like, oh, we don't have anything here yet. Sometimes this takes 2 or 3 weeks. Don't worry about it. Completely normal. I'm like, all right, fine. So the next week I go back, and they're like, nope, we still don't have anything for you. So Melissa goes back like 4 days later, and they're like, nope, still nothing. And so I go in my next day off, which was a Monday, and I'm like, look, this is what happened. This is what they told us to do. And like the guy at the post office was pretty cool. He was like, let me talk to your postal carrier. Maybe he knows, but we've got nothing here. Turns out they've been delivering to the mailbox. Now, it's not at the house. We have a bank. We have one of those mailbox banks where you froze, or you're just very still.
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, that was well done, by the way.
I was getting itchy.
Yeah, I was about to say that was impressive. So he was like, "Nope, they've been delivering." So we had him pick it all up. I got like a fucking bag like this.
Holy shit! So you feel like your father-in-law?
You're right. So,
around Christmas.
Yeah, right. So they have been delivering since that bank went up. So like far before, because we had like the December 2024 like neighborhood flyer, and like I was like, some of this shit's like a year old.
Holy
so they're like,
shit.
That bullshit that you get to current addressee or current occupant, all that shit was in there. And so when I go to pick it up, the woman's like, actually, here's your key to the bank, your box number 3. So the street we're on is a dead end. And so at the head of the street, there's a mailbox bank.
Yeah.
At the end of the street, there's 2. And so we're like, cool, we have our key. So we go to the first one. We're like, key doesn't even go into box 3. All right. Clearly this isn't ours. Go down to the end of the street. I'm like, key doesn't fit in this number 3. Go to the next bank. Key fits in, doesn't turn. I'm like, son of a bitch, what the fuck? So if I bring the key, I try calling, and it's useless. So I'm like, I'll just come in. So I go in. I'm like, hey, got these keys. Says in box number 3, but it doesn't say what bank of mailboxes I'm at. I was like, there's 1 at the head of the street. There's 2 at the dead end of the street. And the guy's like, all right, let me get your name and number. Well, I'll have the mail carrier check out. He was like, sometimes it's just a simple lock. So sometimes if too much gets stuffed in there, the lock won't turn. So I'll have the mail carrier check it out. So he calls me back like 3 days later, and he's like, mail carrier went out. Box opens fine. No issues. Key works perfectly. He goes, but you know how you said you had those 3 banks? I'm like, yeah. He was like, none of those are yours.
Oh my God.
He was like, so when you go in the alley to get to your garage, there's a bank there. You're box number 3 of that one.
Holy shit. Why can't you just
Right. So like Melissa's like, we're gonna go get our fucking mail. So we went this past Thursday, and we're like, holy shit, we can get mail now. Like the saga is solved. We can finally get mail. We know where it's going, and so we swing by the house, which we do once a week.
Yeah.
Usually on Friday.
You know what? As a suggestion, go to the house more than that.
We're going to.
I just from building a house and previous experience, if I could have been there every day, I would have been there every day, making sure they did exactly what.
We've already. I was like, we went in after they did the drywall, and we're like, hey, they were supposed to leave cutouts for the pendant lights above the counter, and there's no cutouts for the lights above the vanities in any of the bathrooms. So I texted my builder. He's like, nope, that's fine. They usually install the countertops and then they do the cutouts. So they're more great, fine. You know, because we're keeping track of this shit. So we go in Thursday, and Melissa and I was like, I don't need to run in. You know, we were just here not too long ago. It doesn't look like much has changed. You were in like 2 days ago and said, well, they swept because it was raining, so they couldn't do stucco outside. And so she comes out, she's like, there's fucking flooring. So we go in, and like all the main floor had all the laminate flooring in. The downstairs bathroom had its flooring in. And it was like it's set up outside all the other rooms that are getting flooring. So I'm like, oh fuck, that's awesome. So we went back the next day because Melissa wanted to, and I'm like, fine, that's cool. First off, we met two of our neighbors. Our next door neighbor, Linda.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Is subtly racist. She's cute about it.
That's fine.
She was like, oh, you have to check every day. They do a quick job, but you have to keep an eye on them. And I'm like,
thanks.
That being the Hispanic workers that are doing it. Okay, great. Okay, cool.
Who is them?
Yeah. So it's like they do good, but they're very messy. You have to keep an eye on them. I'm like, gotcha.
Not clean.
Yeah, gotcha, Linda. Thanks.
Doesn't matter if it's Hispanic or white or black or fucking purple or yellow. Construction's dirty.
She was at their house, the house that she built, almost every day. I'm like, I don't want to be that. I don't necessarily want to be that, but we'll be back several times a week. And so we went back on the next day, on Friday. So we turned the corner. The entire house outside of the house is stuccoed.
Efficient.
We're like, shit. I was like, it wasn't like this yesterday. So fucking A, good job.
Fucking white people and their efficiencies.
And so we walk in, and we're like, oh, they finished the flooring. And we're like looking at other things, and we turn around and we're like, holy shit, all the cabinetry is there. Like, I don't know how we didn't see it when we walked in because we were looking down at the floor, I guess. All the cabinetry for the kitchen is in there. All the cabinetry for the bathrooms is downstairs. So we expect when we go back later this week, the cabinetry will be up. We're like, holy shit, now we can, like, it's really starting to progress. They did a ton of shit in 24 hours. So now we're like, and now it's September. We're supposed to get in there mid-October. And so Melissa's like, I can say we're probably going to be in our house next month, which is such a great thing to be able to say.
So it moves. So it moves fast in the beginning, which you were in Ohio for the whole beginning process of it. Then things slow down. Or it seemed like they're super slow. You've got the drywall, you've got, whatever.
Well, they had to pass the inspection for all the water tests and all the other shit.
All that shit has to,
drywall inspection.
Yeah, so, and then things just pick up. It is crazy how fast. Now, I will say, I was at the site twice a week when we built the previous house. And when they started the foundation, I was there when they started the foundation. Like, they dug everything out, put in the footers, and then I was there the day that they were finishing up the basement. And when I showed up, they had, and I've told the story before, so I'll keep it short, but there was a window where it didn't belong. And it was two white guys. It wasn't, they were moving through this thing. They were quick. Because 2 days prior, there wasn't a cinder block to be found. And then, we'll just call it a Thursday. So when I showed up on Tuesday, the hole was dug, the footer was put in. When I showed up on Thursday, the basement walls were there. Like, almost all of them. And I ended up sending the two guys home, and they were bitching at me. They're like, who the fuck, who do you think you are? I'm like, well, I'm the guy who owns the place. So you'll get paid, go home, it's fine. Because the window was out of place. There was a window where a window shouldn't have been. But these two guys, they were good, they were quick. They had an entire basement, 13-course wall, like, done in a day. That's
crazy.
That's fucking insane. And I should say in 2 days. So in 2 days, they had an entire basement completely, ready to go. But it was just constant, time after time. Like, I would show up and something was wrong. Show up. So I've always said, anybody who has asked me, well, I'm going to build my next house. Build your next house. Go for it. Be there every day if you can. So it's
as you can.
Yeah, be there as much as you can, because inevitably somewhere along the line you're going to get fucked. So like when you said something about the countertops and the pendant lights not being there, it makes sense that the pendant lights aren't there because they want to see where the countertops are going to be first before they bore those holes. I mean, they're going to have to put in,
Like
5 holes.
Yeah, they're the electrical's up there. And one of the Melissa and I we upgraded what we wanted to upgrade, but the rest of the stuff we went like, give us whatever standard.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna pay for upgraded like cabinet hardware.
No,
I'm not paying
all that shit you can change out yourself.
Exactly. I'm not paying for whatever pendant light you're gonna put over the counter. We'll pick our own out. I'm not paying like Melissa, in the master bathroom, it comes with a gigantic mirror. She's like, I don't want a gigantic mirror. I want 2 smaller mirrors above the sink. I don't need like a fucking 8-foot or whatever, a 6-foot mirror.
If you provide those mirrors, they'll just hang them.
Yeah. So she was like, I don't want that. So we didn't get any of that. Just give us the basic chrome faucets. Give us the basic all of that. We can change all of that. I don't need to pay you to put that shit in.
Yeah.
She's like, we want to get into the house, get the feel for it, see how, we like things, and then we'll figure that shit out.
Right. And that's the way it should be. Like a lot of people or a lot of companies post or push just straight bullshit.
Well, and like we upgrade things? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We had a fireplace put in. That's, could we have done that later? Yeah, but no, just fucking do that.
No, do
part.
it now. And then if you want to upgrade the fireplace, like, yeah.
Yeah, stuff fine. Like that, put the hood over the stove. There's certain things that we, you do that.
Yeah.
We're fine with that. There's other things that I can do or Melissa can do that we don't need to pay extra for.
Right. And that's how I feel about things. Like, I mean, obviously we moved and I love this new house, but there are things that I will change in a heartbeat. Like soft closed cabinet drawers and cabinet doors. That should be standard. Like there shouldn't be a company out there making a hinge that just slams shut ever.
All of ours are soft close.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like I got to go through and change all of our hinges, but I'm not doing that because we have a plan to redo our kitchen at some point. Like I don't know how that setup's going to look. I'm actually going to hire somebody to come in and kind of give us an idea of what we think we should do, because we have a huge area. Like our kitchen is easily like a third of the house.
Mm-hmm.
of the main floor. I mean, with minus the bedroom. So like you got your living room, you got your den, and then the kitchen. The kitchen is a third of this house, and the way it's set up is it's fine. It works for 2005 or 2007. Yep. But going forward, does it work? You know, so the plan is to redo the whole kitchen area and different sink. Like, I don't like undermount sinks. Like, fuck an undermount sink. They leak. Mm-hmm. So, trying to figure out, like, what we're going to do with this bar area that we have, that we use. Like, we didn't use the bar area at our old house. But this bar area we use now, like, how's that look with an island, or how's that look with, you know, keeping it as a bar area, or, like, our cabinetry. The cabinets need to be, in my mind, even if we kept the same setup, the cabinets need to be raised 6 inches all the way around. There is so little space between the top of the countertops and the cabinetry that it's unreal. Like, there just needs to be more space. So it's things like that, like things you don't think about when you're building a house for your first time, or when you've moved into a house and you look at things like, all right, my next house is going to be this. Like, having space between your countertops and the bottom of your wall cabinets, that's a huge deal. Like, it's crazy just because we had so much space between our countertops at the old house and the wall cabinets that now that we don't have. Like, I have a hard time getting a KitchenAid mixer under the cabinet without there being space between the top of the mixer and the bottom of the cabinet, where at the last house,
that fucking sucks.
There was 6 to 8 inches. Now we don't have that. So, like, thinking about things like that are, and not that we use the KitchenAid mixer every fucking day, but when you pull it out to make cookies,
you want to be able to.
You want to be able to use it. Like, you don't want to leave it like sitting halfway out on the, you know. It's just, you know, white people problems.
Yeah, we like, one of the things that we upgraded is next to the stove. You know, it's a built-in stove.
I'm next getting to the some crazy air. There we go. Like,
sorry. Next to the stove, there was 2 cabinets.
Yeah.
And so instead of cabinets, we had drawers.
Okay.
Put in, so we can put our pots and pans in. So we can just pull out, pick up the pan.
You'd love to pull out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sometimes that's just the safer method.
It is.
And so, like, things like that is what we paid extra for.
Yeah, like, pay extra for the shit you don't want to deal with. Don't pay extra for the things that you can fix.
Yeah.
Like a chrome faucet.
Yeah, chrome faucet I can replace in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the easy shit. Like, I have a leak right now, and I could probably replace it myself. This house has weird PEX. We have what's called a Lumapex. So it's aluminum lined PEX. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Aluminum leaches. Uh-huh. Like, it's a product that leaches. That's why, like, your aluminum cans have a plastic liner in them. Like, any soda can you look at, if you got rid of the aluminum, there's a plastic liner in that can. Not in this house. So this house is full of this Alumapex shit. Well, right now, I walked into one of I call them the stock rooms. We have 2 of them in the basement. One has all of our mechanicals. It's got the HVAC. It's got the hot water tank. All that shit's in this one room. There's water all over the floor. So I immediately was like, what the fuck? So I start looking. Well, the seal on a copper flange has failed. And it's one of those, your standard, like, you have they take a ring and they put it on the pipe, they flare the pipe, and then it has a nut, and so it's a flange. It just creates a seal. That seal's failed. Whether the flange failed or something's failed somewhere, so there's water on the floor. But also, the transition between the Alumapex and regular PEX has failed also. So I've got 2 different leaks in the same line, and I'm trying to figure out, like, how am I going to fix this shit? Well, I just decided, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to call my GC, have him come over, and he can deal with it. Yeah, he can deal with this shit. But, like, it's shit like that, like, if you have, like, if your whole house is done in PEX, there is no reason other than right at the fittings to do copper. And you just do shark bites. You do shark bite to a copper fitting, boom.
Yep, I use shark bites.
Done.
Absolutely before.
Like, at some point, the problem with this house is, so my last house was all copper, which is fine. Like, as long as it's sweated properly and as long as the copper, the water doesn't freeze, you'll never have an issue with copper. But it's all the different types of transitions. At some point, I'm going to have to redo this entire house with PEX, with like a Expandapex. So I'm going to have to, like, all the copper fittings, all the copper bullshit is all going to have to come out. I'm going to have to cut it all out. We're going to have to pull all the water lines out of this house and rerun all new water lines, hot and cold, everywhere. Now, my plan is to only be in this house for maybe another 12 to 15 years and maybe get away with it. But with shit like this happening, I may have to do it sooner. So which means I'm going to have to get with my GC, and him and I are going to have to go through this entire house and start moving water lines and everything else. And if that's the case, I'm putting in water manifolds. I'm putting in hot and cold manifolds where I can actually turn off. If I need to turn off water to the kitchen, I just, instead of turning off the whole house, just turn a valve. Done. That the kitchen no longer has water. Or if I need to turn off a bathroom, or if I need to turn off whatever. But it's coming down. It's getting real close to shit like that. So we'll see what happens. But I would say plan ahead. Like, when you're building, plan ahead. So, like, if you're probably beyond the point of putting in a manifold, but having your main line come in and branch out to something where you can say, okay, half bath downstairs, master bath,
There's a couple spots. There are a couple spots. So I can turn off water specifically.
Yeah, see that, and that should be, but that's the thing. Like, that should be standard. Like, that should be you have an electrical box where you can turn off breakers. You should be able to turn off water to certain rooms just by turning a valve.
Yep.
Like, that needs to be a standard in, like, code. Like, plumbing code. Yep, every time we do something, this is what you get. Hot water comes in. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bathrooms, or 4 areas that, not 4 bathrooms. That's ridiculous. Or is it? I have 4 bathrooms.
No, our house will have 4 bathrooms.
Yeah, we have 4 bathrooms here. Well, we got what?
It'll be
We got 5
3
bathrooms.
full and 1 half.
Yeah, we get Lexi has a bathroom, Harley has a bathroom, basement has a bathroom, we have a bathroom, and then there's the half bath. Yeah, we have 5. So it's not totally ridiculous, but 4 places to turn off a hot water. You have your kitchen, you have a master bath, you have a half bath, you have a full bath. You should be able to turn off and the laundry area. You should be able to turn off the hot water to any one of those places and not have to shut the whole fucking house off. Or shut off the hot water from the hot water tank. So, anyway.
Yeah, that just makes sense to me.
But it makes sense to me too, but I don't know, like, when we built our original house, they did shit just to get it done. And that's what I hate saying. Like knowing that the plumbers came in, they're like, we're going to do the bare minimum. And
Just
that's
to get by.
what we're going to do to pass code. Like code should be PEX for everything. There shouldn't be any copper unless it's a fitting at the end of the PEX. PEX should be everything. Manifold should be everything. Hot and cold manifold should be everything. Whether you want a hot water tank or an instant-on, that should be, if you're going to do an instant-on, like we did a whole house instant-on, which is fine. But to do like a gas-based instant-on system in every bathroom, I think that's almost unachievable with a house that's already pre-built.
Yeah.
Because you have to pipe for exhaust. But if you're going to do an instant-on system in your house, it should be individual systems per bathroom or kitchen or anywhere there's going to be a hot water source. Do the smaller systems because it's like you still have to run the water for 5 minutes for the instant-on system. So when I get in the shower in the morning, I have to run that water for 5 minutes before I ever get hot water, which is no different than having a hot water tank. The only difference is I never run out of hot water. So,
yeah, the new house will have tankless, and we're excited about that.
Tankless is awesome. Like I've sat in the shower for 50 minutes to an hour and never lost hot water.
That's amazing.
And that's awesome. Like that's the best when I have like a migraine that I just cannot, because that's my go-to. Like it's just sit there with hot water, like as hot as I can stand it. But
that's one of the weird pleasures in my life is taking a long ass hot shower.
Yeah, like as hot as I can stand it. And I think I've got our tankless system set up for 125. I'm running that almost every bit of 125.
That's fine.
Like my skin's melting, but I'm just sitting there.
Look, you get out of the shower and it looks like you have a sunburn.
Yeah, like I'm beet red.
Yep, that's perfect.
But does it feel good? Yes.
Yes. So, also yes.
Also yes. So, all right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we've
all right, well,
welcome to my TED Talk.
Yeah,
thanks for attending.
We'll next week, Sunday, I should be fine.
Okay.
And then the Sunday after that is my last Sunday off. And then I start closing on Sundays. So that we'll have to start figuring out what the next step is.
Yeah, we'll have to probably do weekdays, which is fine, provided that it's not a Friday. Because
right, I was about to say, no, you can't do Friday.
Yeah, I got football, but then Harley has matches usually.
I'll be opening on Wednesday, so I'll have Wednesday all day Thursday, Friday off, and then Saturday and Sunday I don't go into work until 3:00
your time, which is 5 our time.
So which is 3:00 your time, 1:00 my time. So I would have to leave at 2:30 your time. It just means that I can't drink. So
heavily.
Yeah, right.
We'll figure it out.
So we'll figure it out.
Because right now Harley has matches usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday. Well, and Friday, but she's not going to Friday matches because we've already decided that she has to go to the football games.
Yeah, you're shooting.
So, and I'm shooting. Well, I skipped last Friday because it was an all-girls match Friday, that Friday. And the week before was supposed to be an all-girls match also. But Taze Valley had to cancel because of whatever reason. God knows whatever it was. But they played last week. So this past Friday, Harley played. They won. They won the match. They won by a lot. Like, it wasn't like, oh, yeah, it was close. No, it was like 70 points.
It's like, is there a mercy rule we can throw in here?
Well, there is a mercy rule. It's called double par pickup. So if the par is a 5, you get to 10. And if you don't hit a 10, you pick it up, you write a 10, and you circle the 10, which means 11. So double par pickup is how they play in middle school. And Harley had no double par pickups. She double parred 2 holes. She shot a 51 on a 36.
That's awesome.
The other girl on the team shot a 49 out of 36. So Harley's only 6 points off our best female player.
That's awesome.
And that's not me tooting my own horn or her horn. That's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
It is what it is. She had a really good day. She has bad days and good days. She had a really good day on the course. Even like her coach was like, it's weird how you play better when you're in a really good mood when you show up. And she's like, I know. Usually I'm the reason for the bad mood.
Right.
But she played like exceptionally well. Very proud of her for playing the way she did. She had, I mean, she come real close to double parring on 2 holes. So there was a par 4 that she got a 7 on and a par 10 that she got an 8 on. So it was like the first hole and the 7th hole. I'm like, well, what happened? She's like, I don't know. She's like,
sometimes shit just hits the fan.
She's like, I got upset and like, but she realizes what she's doing when she's doing it. So that's a plus. But yeah, so we'll figure out how we're going to record, when we're going to record, what we're going to record, and push comes to shove, Randy's going to have to get an iPhone so he can FaceTime in.
Yeah, so be it.
So even though he's like, I don't want to get an iPhone. Well,
yeah, some people just struggle.
Well, he's struggling.
Good grief. All right, man.
So, cool.
I'll speak at you later.
Yeah. Hey, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Institute to bourbongram.
I'm Martelle for Mike. We're out.
Peace.
Martelle, Mike, and Randy raise the glass. Living life, no future, no past.